TRT SF here with my homie Mr. Boy. This guy's a challenge runner, Dark Souls player, let's say fanatic, if I'm gonna be honest. But this guy, I know I just met you, bro, but you've inspired me to get better at a game that I've only had for about a month now. You want to tell me a little bit about what you do as of like either speed running or challenge running? You want to give me a little bit more information on it? Because I would love to hear it.
Basically, I just wanted to PvP more with like different builds and stuff.
Right.
So, and I like watching speedruns. So I just watched like a ton of Dark Souls speedruns and whatnot. So, and because I want to like make low level builds, but I want them to be optimal.
Yeah.
I don't have a PC, or I don't have Dark Souls Remastered on PC. So I have to do all the tricks and whatnot to get to the cool stuff in like the end game. So that's basically how it became a thing. Was just that like, oh, I want to get cool stuff at a really low level. So then I just started killing bosses and like learning their patterns, learning how to run through levels, and all that.
Basically, like creating your own little route.
Yeah, just like finding a route, trying to follow it as much as I can. And bosses is just Dark Souls is a nice game.
Right.
It gets a lot of like distaste.
Right.
Because some people don't like how difficult it is. I don't think Dark Souls is difficult. I don't think Dark Souls asks a lot of you.
No, it doesn't.
The most it asks from you is just experience. So what you have to do is just keep running at things, try new things, and that sucks for some people because they just don't want to try new things. They want to do this specific thing, and yeah, that's what challenge runs kind of are sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do just this one thing or use this one weapon,
right?
But it's a trap that casual players can fall into that don't quite know the game enough yet to do that.
But they'll be like, oh, a challenge run is easy. And then they look at all the limitations and all the bars that are set that you have to, just the basic rules that you have to follow to do it. And they're like, oh, right.
Yeah, and they try something similar and it doesn't go out as planned.
Yeah.
And that's just Dark Souls being like, hey, you gotta be more experienced. That's why I feel like most people miss out on Dark Souls difficulty, is that it's not actually hard.
Yep.
It just asks you to remember a lot of stuff.
Yep. And that's the same feeling I get when I play. Like just initially getting into the game and stuff, it was way different when I got into it than watching it. Like, I had my expectations of being like, okay, this is a game where there's just enemies that have the same attack patterns and I have to learn and I'm going to die. Cool. Now let me experience this. The experience, way different. It was like just the Asylum Demon alone. I know what he isn't he shouldn't be a big threat, but for a newer player, the Asylum Demon alone is a test.
Oh yeah, no.
It's a test of strength on your own even build. Because if you start off the game not knowing what the builds are and you kind of just choose one, it can literally make you not want to play the game right at the Asylum Demon.
Yeah, Dark Souls came out when I think I was 11 or 12 at the time when it came out.
2008, right?
And 2008?
What year did this game come out?
Dang, I don't actually know.
Because it says 2008 on the thing whenever it pops up. So that looks like the published date.
2011.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I was 11 years old I was 10 years old when the game came out. And I played it as well as other friends around me. And this was like, were we even in middle school?
Who?
I think middle school was when I was talking with people who played the game.
Right.
And people would tell me, like, oh, I can't play that game. I couldn't get past the first boss. And, like, the Asylum Demon is slow and it's pretty hard. But
for a casual player, that's not
imposing than anything.
Yeah. Because it's a testament of strength. It's like, are you going to sit here and learn from this, or are you just going to give up like a fucking chicken?
Yeah. the game throws this brick wall at you, and you have to learn. You have to learn to plunge attack him, and then just fight him head on right after that.
But then, that's what some casual players don't want to do. They're like, oh, how do I get back up there? Like, that's what I was thinking the first time. Like, how do I get back up there to just plunge him, attack him again? Because obviously I can't kill him.
Yeah, like, I do no damage. There's no way I can get the rest of the health bar down. Like, look how little I do.
But
yeah, that's Dark Souls, like, casually. Dark Souls casually is very similar to a challenge run, where it asks things of a player, and you have to learn things to overcome that wall.
Right.
And so that's why I do challenge runs, because it's very nice to get that same feeling again that you get from playing Dark Souls 3 the first time, where it's like, oh man, I'm stuck. What are my options here? Like, do I go back and try and level this up or get this new thing? And the whole progression is just really fun.
Yeah, that's why pretty soon here I'm gonna go on a run. I think with 3 people, because somebody wanted to do a run with a new character. So I was like, screw it. Like, me and you make PvP characters just for fun. So why not? Orc Killer. You talk to the dude. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, I've seen him.
He's helped me out like a lot throughout the resistance build.
Oh, nice.
No, but like he didn't know I was specking into resistance. I bet you he would have told me to just not do it.
Yeah.
So, like it would give me that opportunity, because I mean it's not a challenge run, but it's me going back to square one without asking for help.
Right.
And being like, oh, like no. I'm gonna have to, overcome those obstacles all over again and get that same feeling of, what do I do? And
that's the really cool thing about Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Is that it's not a solo player game.
Yeah. It's the fact there's summons and you can summon co-op people.
Yeah. You're not stuck to just playing by yourself.
Man.
You're not stuck doing this challenge all by yourself. And challenge runs you are, because that's just what a challenge run is. But honestly, challenge runs go to show how easy of a game Dark Souls can be.
Exactly.
Because if they can do it with all these restrictions, level 1, unupgraded weapon, heavy rolling or no rolling at all, like, then you can beat the game without any of those restrictions, for sure. There's no way you can. You just have to get up and do it.
Exactly. And, that goes along with the failure part, too, because you got to fail at it, too. You're going to. Like, you might be discouraged during a boss fight and some shit. Like, you might just be ready to give up. But you put the game down, you give yourself a couple of hours, you breathe, drink some water, do some other shit, come back to it because you still like the game. And you really start just intaking, like, okay, let me learn his patterns some more. But that's the fun part, like, just, that learning process of getting into what does what and when. Like, me, I used to think I couldn't kill a fucking Hydra. Now, what the fuck is a Hydra?
Yeah, it's literally just an arrow simulator or a bow simulator after you, like, cut off the heads that you don't want to chase anymore.
Seriously. Or if you got magic, even better.
Yeah, you can just blast it. Soul Spirit does so much.
Man, that shit is bullshit. And the chaos shit.
Spells and pyromancy in Dark Souls 1 are just so good.
Correct.
And if casual players don't care about, like, if they don't care about using anything, like they'll use anything to beat the game, then I would say use one of those two. One of those two just deletes everything.
Yep.
I would say sorcery is definitely harder to use because you have to find the vendor, and then you have to find the second vendor for that.
Yeah.
But if they're willing to, like, you tell them about it and whatnot, then you can.
Another question of mine. Have you ever felt like this was too much and you wanted to like do something else, like running wasn't your thing, or was it for you? Was there ever a time of that?
So because I know how much knowledge I have on Dark Souls 1
Right.
and how good I am at it, I did try a bounty. Like I tried to get some money for doing a certain challenge run that someone posted, and it's a wind fight at level 1 with an unupgraded Ghost Blade, which you do about like 33 damage to him per hit, and he has like 4,000 HP. I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I'll grind that out and get it done. What I didn't know until I got to Gwyn was that he just had an attack that I cannot react to. Like, I'm pretty sure if I played ultra safe, ultra passive, just waited everything out, I probably could have like a 40-minute fight with him and win.
Right.
If I just grinded it out for however many hours it would take. But honestly, I don't want to play that way. That's boring to me. I like the whole progression throughout the run, though, getting to the final boss as level 1 and getting like all my pyromancies to carry me through.
Right.
So that part was really fun. But then doing the actual bounty, no, that was not fun. No, I stopped doing that.
Hey, but at least you experimented with something else, and you got to figure out that wasn't your exact thing. But then that's why I fuck with your gameplay so much, because when I sit down and watch your game, I'm like, bruh, I started taking that shortcut in the catacombs that you do. Literally. When you make that drop...
The other day, I messed that up so much.
Bro, but that drop, I did it one time, and I was like, oh... This is just what he's trying to do the whole time. And then it gives you an easy-ass fucking access to fucking, what's his dumbass name? Pinwheel? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really fast skip, and you just have to walk off the edge. But the hard part is, like, not getting knocked off that edge.
I got lucky.
Sometimes the skeletons can drop on your head and then push you off, and it's like, oh my god.
Yep, I literally got lucky. I stood there, I looked at everything, nothing was chasing me. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna drop. Dropped, and I was like, oh shit, I made it. Let's go. Almost got there, got fucking screwed by those goddamn wheels.
Nice. Someday you'll learn how to run out of them.
Man.
Run out of the way for them.
I tried, but they were just like, nope, we're coming back. Hey. And then one dude just had me stuck and just stun lock. Straight up. I was sitting there getting grinded, dude. Meat grinded. Just...
Yeah, and then they pour them come and they just melt you.
But no, since it was on the New Game Plus run, so they're just... One dude just melts a lot of health and does almost half of my health, bro. I try to sit there and heal, and all they do, run up right behind me. Yo, back.
Yeah, I have not ran through the actual part of the catacombs in forever. The last time I did was when you saw me try and get Dark Moonblade.
Right.
I was getting the Seance ring that was back there. And I had no idea where it was because I have completely forgotten what the catacombs look like.
Jesus Christ.
You can just jump down and like avoid 90% of the catacombs.
Yep. And all you gotta do is just make it down. But Jesus Christ. It's just like, it's a crazy thing how, like, you know, you did inspire me in that little bit of time, because I sat around watching you play, like, this guy, like, no, it's not about this guy being cracked, it's the knowledge, and that's all he keeps saying, like, you know, he's not all, like, boastful about it and all this shit, I'm just good at the game, no. He's like any good player in the game would say, all I have is just a bunch of previous knowledge of this game. And I've spent hours grinding and learning, like, boss attacks and all that shit, and learning patterns so that I can get better and all this shit. Like, it's not the whole sense of getting good. Like, you know?
Yeah.
But get good is something funny to say to somebody.
Here's the thing about Dark Souls, is it's not an execution-heavy game.
Yep.
Unless you have heavy restrictions on you. Dark Souls is just... remember everything. Remember all this. Remember what these guys can do. And of course, as a casual, you're not going to know that at all. So you're up against the world. But where the skill comes in is when things don't go your way, you have to be able to improvise and get back into a situation you're comfortable with.
Exactly, and you got to be willing to take that loss and just be like, okay.
Like you have to take that challenge. Like, oh, I messed up this, so now we're a little bit off track, and you got to steer yourself back. That's where like the perseverance comes in. When you're getting hit in spots that you usually wouldn't. Like if I mess up the catacombs thing, I just gotta find a way to not get hit the next time. Or sometimes it's just hoping you get better RNG.
Right.
If you're doing something that's ridiculous, like that win challenge I was talking about earlier,
right.
Sometimes you just have to keep playing over and over again.
Exactly, and that's all you can do
until you get it. And it's funny because quitting Dark Souls is actually in the lore.
Right.
You have essentially gone hollow.
Exactly what I was about to fucking say. You took the words out of my fucking mouth.
Yeah, I remember like thinking about that, and I was like, "Oh my god, my mind is blown! I can't believe they put it in the game."
And I didn't know that until I watched the lore on the game, bruh. I didn't know that. But then when you think about it,
they definitely have. Go on.
Like when you think about it, it makes sense. Are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad. Jesus Christ, got scared.
Oh no, you're good.
It's like
it's so funny. Dark Souls has many traps like the Asylum Demon, Ornstein, and Smoke that are literally just there to put a wall and be like, all right, are you gonna do what it takes?
Yep.
And those are just a lot of drop-off points where people just stop playing the game.
And the gargoyles.
So in the lore, they just have these spots where people will go hollow because they can't continue on.
You're right. And it's fucked. But then, so many people go hollow in Dark Souls. It's just sad. Fucking the pyromancer guy goes hollow. The crazy ass fucking wizard, the wizard goes hollow. The intro dude goes hollow.
Yeah, the Crestfallen Warrior. I'm pretty sure Freya can go hollow when you buy all of her miracles. And then her two buddies also do, and you have to kill them to save her. I think that's all the like NPCs that you can see go hollow.
Yeah. Cause what's his name? I don't think what's his name does. The guy that's wearing that fat gear.
Yeah. Petrus might. I don't quite remember though. I do know that he does kill Rhea for whatever reason. Is her name even Rhea? Am I thinking of the wrong NPC?
Who are you thinking of?
The prayer lady.
Yeah, I don't know her goddamn name.
Okay, it is Rhea.
Okay.
Thanks.
But yeah, like
she can go hollow, and I think Petrus can.
who?
Yeah, there's just a lot of hollowing in Dark Souls.
Yeah, and a lot of like giving up, which is why it keeps the player it tells the player to press on, because you're supposed to, like in the beginning of the game. Why do you talk to that knight? Because he can't press on. He needs you to take on his burden. You are the chosen one.
Yeah, he's not going to help you out. He's not going to try anymore. He's done.
Yeah.
But then there's nothing you can do at that point to prevent him from going hollow.
No. Nothing. Like literally.
Unless, of course, you kill him. But yeah, that doesn't stop him technically.
Because you can still go back, and wouldn't he be hollow?
No, he'll be dead, but like Dark Souls has undead, like when you die, you never actually die. You
Right.
come back to the bonfire, and then you go run through the same thing again until you go back to where you were. I like to imagine that for gameplay's sake, they die permanently, but from a lore perspective, they don't actually die. They just come back when you like rest at a bonfire or something. And that's just how I view the game. Like, until you decide to quit and give up, you're just an undead trying to get the mission done.
Exactly. And hey, this is a better way of thinking about it because, man, I dipped into it and all it did was make me fucking sad. I was just sitting there like, damn, like, I'm gonna continue to play this game, but Jesus, I have to kind of think about this every day now.
Yeah, and challenge runs are a new fun way to go about it.
Yeah. And just getting to watch you like do your skips and shit, like, I think that leads me into another question that I had for you. Do you have anything else going on? Like, what are the challenge runs you got going on? What are you doing?
I want to say that I completed the level 1 Dark Souls 1 challenge, but I haven't actually killed Quinn, because if ever I want to go back to that bounty, I want to have it there, but I know I could kill Quinn if I didn't like have all those restrictions. I could just use Pyromancy or I could parry him. It wouldn't be like that difficult.
You can't parry this guy?
Yeah, in the challenge run, or in the bounty, you're not allowed to parry him.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's a brutal challenge. But I also have in Dark Souls 2, I have a character that's at 30k soul memory.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit hard to explain because Dark Souls 2's online systems work differently.
Right.
But basically, you instead of being matched with level and weapon level for matchmaking, you're just matched by something called soul memory, which is just how many souls you've gained throughout your playthrough. And so I've locked myself to the lowest tier you can get this ring, which prevents you from gaining any more souls. And you get it after beating just 2 bosses. And one of them you don't even fight. One of them you just make him jump off his arena, and he just instantly dies. It's hilarious. But yeah, you basically fight one boss, and then you get this ring that prevents you from getting any souls. So from that point on, I don't get any more leveling, and I don't get any more upgrades. And I've already beaten the game with that restriction on, but I wanted to beat the DLCs, so that's currently what I'm doing most.
So did you put this challenge, did you make this shit up yourself? Like the challenge, the run, did you make it up for yourself?
Yeah, I made it for myself.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's just because I know the PC servers are offline currently, but if they come back, then I could show low soul memory builds or people who are at the starting areas some cool crap that I picked up.
And man, that's why I wanted to play too, but it wasn't because of the online servers, it's because of just how much more expansive the world is in 2.
Yeah, it just has a lot more content.
So how are you playing 2?
On my laptop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just don't have online.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did all the required bosses in Dark Souls 2 to beat the game. So now I can go to New Game Plus. Because in that game, you don't get thrown into New Game Plus right away.
Right, like I was. I just sat there what the fuck? Hold on. They just throw you in this shit. Alright.
Yeah, they just say, next.
Oh, you beat the game again? Oh, go in New Game +2.
Yeah, time to go through the game one more time.
Oh, you thought it was over? We got New Game +3. Like, the fuck?
Dark Souls is funny that way.
Yeah.
But those are cool challenge runs too. Like New Game +6 for Dark Souls 1, doing certain things. I haven't gotten that far deep in yet, but I have been looking at some bounties that are kind of like in New Game +7 for some things for Dark Souls 2. Don't know exactly what I want to do yet, but yeah, I'll definitely like look at more challenge runs and get them done.
Yeah, we'll have to talk. We'll have to talk about it more because, man, your gameplay is just crazy. Like, I'm hopeful if I even get some for this recording. But I mean, yours will be later in the month. Yours will be a little bit later in May. It won't be like on my initial drop date, but
Okay, yeah, I can definitely try and get something like tomorrow, or not tomorrow, because I'll probably be tired from the local.
right, you're going to a local too, man. Man, we both play Smash, but like I'm just not that big on it right now.
Yeah, no, I'm a big Smash player. It's just lately, getting into the PvP side of Dark Souls has made me want to get back into it. Because I kind of stopped playing Dark Souls for a bit because I just know so much that it bored me.
Right.
It's like there's not like a ton that I haven't done.
You know skips, you know bosses, you just kind of run through.
Yeah. Sometimes I do the same thing over and over again. And honestly, some challenge runs, I just don't want to take the time it would take to grind it out. Because you just gotta like hope for like the right RNG or hope you were playing perfectly for this one fight. Sometimes I just don't want to do that. I don't want to spend my time doing that. I like progression.
Right.
I definitely like when I overcome a challenge, though. Like, you saw me fighting that one boss in Dark Souls 2, where she kept summoning stuff.
Yeah, that, what's it called?
Alana.
Yeah, the DLC boss.
Yeah. She was a bit annoying, and I had some trouble fighting her. But eventually, like, I did want to grind that one out, because it felt like I could get somewhere with that. And then right after I killed that dragon, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, like I remember that we were talking about it, and you were just like, yeah, dude, like, I thought it was gonna be all challenging and annoying like that other bitch, but nah.
Yeah, no, apparently you can just run away from a lot of his attacks and they just won't hit you. That was my first time fighting that boss too, because while Dark Souls 2 is my favorite, I've only seen a lot of it from YouTube. I haven't like played a ton of it. I've beaten the game like probably twice. And I beat one the first time I beat it was the original on the PS3, and then I beat it another time. Well, now I've beaten it 3 times, but the second time I beat it was another casual playthrough for the remake, and I beat that as well. And now I've beaten it at Soul Memory 30K. So that's just awesome.
Bruh. We're gonna have to eventually play Dark Souls 2. One day.
Yeah, we will.
Because, I mean, I don't know. It's just the game's enjoyable. Hopefully, you know, by the time I have everything set up with all that shit, like I'm not too caught up with time myself because I'm already partially caught up with time, and once I have the other shit I have sorted out, I'm just gonna be even more caught up with time. But hopefully, we have at least a few hours to fucking play.
Yeah.
But it was great interviewing you, man, and getting to know what you do.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And I hope we get to do this again, and I get to know a little bit, get to know more about the challenge runs that you may be doing in the future. I hope to have you back here. I really do.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be a speedrunner then.
Bro, I consider you a speedrunner. I know that you don't consider yourself that, but by the way you go through the game, and here's what I said to you before I end this shit off. If you can route and you can get somewhere in a more efficient time than the casual player, then you are a speedrunner. No matter how many times people, no matter who tells you what, you know how to move through the game faster than the normal player. You're a speedrunner. No, you can't beat the game. No, you haven't tried to beat the game within an hour and all that type of shit. But that's not the point. The point is that you sat around and you learned that shit. So you're not sitting here and calling yourself a speedrunner, which is cool that you're calling yourself a challenge runner because, yeah, you do a lot cooler shit than just speedrun. You implement that into, like, what the hell you're doing. Like, just your whole route.
There's a lot of speedrun tech that helps out with challenge runs.
Exactly.
Like, if you're having a hard time with a particular boss, look up a speedrun. There might be a skip for that boss.
Man, and that boss might not even be required. Which is just... Or you might even be able to look up how to cheese the motherfucker.
Yeah, like find a spot where they can't hit you or something like that, or something they're extremely weak to.
Man. But yeah, like... That's you. Okay? And it was good talking to you.
I'll definitely try and get a time on the leaderboard before I come back again.
Hey man, it's good, bro. It's good if you don't. I have respect for you for being this dedicated to the game. I know you play Smash and shit, and you're dedicated to that shit. But for the fact that I'm a newer player to Dark Souls, and you're just a more experienced player, and getting to know that, just getting to know two sides of the spectrum is crazy. It's just like, oh, I'm sitting here thinking everything's just fucking blown out of the water, but no, I'm just blowing out everything out of the water. And it was crazy learning that, and I'm glad I got to learn that from you, from somebody who knew what the fuck, like, knows what they're doing. And I didn't even know you challenged
nice.
I just thought you were hella good, like dead ass. I just thought you were hella good.
It's always nice meeting players like you, because lately I've been seeing in our Switch Discord a lot of people that don't like the game for whatever reason, like it's difficult or like its lore is not expansive, but you like to see it and be like, oh, I can definitely get better at this.
Yeah, because
like you don't just stop and like be like, oh, well, it's because of the game.
I can't. I'm sorry. I'm not going to blame the game if I personally grew to like it. Like, even though my experience was different than watching it, which is totally fine. I have my own experience. It was tough for me at first, but now I can kind of run into the game, and if I want to like just kind of play through it casually, I can and actually just have fun. But when I was first getting into it, it was a bit frustrating. I can say that, but I'm not gonna say the game's fucking bad. I can't. I physically can't. The game isn't bad. I just needed time. But that's what people aren't willing to give the game, like you were saying. It's just it's simple time.
Yep, and same thing with challenge runs. You just gotta put in the work.
Man, you put in the work and you got all the way to Gwyn level 1. I mean, killing him was another story, but we don't go off on that. But yeah, it was great having you here, man.
If I wanted to do just that, I definitely could. Like, there's not much stopping me from doing that, except for that I potentially want to make $20 at some point if I want to take the hours and grind out that. But honestly, fighting the same dude for hours on end with a long boss run just isn't that fun. If I'm going to be honest, so I'm just not going to do that right now.
Yeah. Shit, I wouldn't want to do that damn shit either.
But yeah, man, thanks for having me here. It was really nice talking to you like this.
Hey, man, I'm glad I got to know more about you. This has been TRTSF, my homie Mr. Boy. I hope everybody has a good night, and signing off. Ah, damn. All right. Oh, wait.